So we became best friends. But I had to invite him over for dinner first, because that's what Filipino kids do. And there's another kid in the neighborhood that doesn't have any friends, they send us, right? They send us. We are the welcoming committee. By the way, if you have a Filipino friend in here and you're not Filipino, let me just say, you have a friend for life. Am I right? You got a friend for life. At least until we kill you. Then we move on, find another one. But seriously, so yeah, I invited Brian. I went over to his house. Knocked on the door, and Brian came to the door. Hi, my name is Rex. I heard that you just moved here from the Irelands. I just want to invite you on Wednesday at 5:30 for dinner. My mom is gonna make really good Filipino food for you, Brian. So I'll see you on Wednesday at 5:30. Welcome to America and mabuhay. That was me. That's how I met my best friend, right there. Wednesday comes around, someone is ringing my doorbell at 5:30. What the hell is going on? Let me just say, why are white people always on time? Why? We love you guys, but seriously, this on time thing, it needs to stop. We're not ready for you yet. 5:30 just means, that's suggestion only. Okay? 5:30 means not show up, that just means show up before dark and bring some 7-Up. Oh my God, Brian was there. I'm not ready. Had to run down the stairs, open up the front door. I opened up the door at 5:32. I'm late to my own dinner from inside my house. And there's Brian, Brian, with his parents. I didn't invite them. What the hell? My mom only cooked a meal for 2. Hi, Brian, welcome. Oh, you brought your parents? I don't think we have enough food for them. We can only cut the lumpias in half so many times. Anyway, I put him on the spot. You should have seen the look on his face. The guy was so embarrassed. You shouldn't do that. He's not even technically my friend yet, and I'm embarrassing the hell out of him. No, and first of all, he had no choice. He had to bring his parents. Because they are a very traditional Irish Catholic couple with their only child, bringing him to the Filipino house. They may never see him again, so they needed to come along and also make sure that Brian asked me a very personal question. Thanks, Rex, for inviting me over. First of all, just I had no choice in bringing my parents. They had to make sure that I asked you something very particular and a bit insensitive, and I hope you're not offended. But, what are you? We don't know what the hell you are. We were up all night looking at all issues of National Geographic magazines. I swear to God, we couldn't find you. I mean, first of all, your hair is a little too wavy to be Chinese. You're a little too dark to be Vietnamese. For some reason, you all have Mexican last names. And lastly, you sing and you dance as good as the black kids. What the hell are you? Oh my God, this is 1981. I didn't know I was being racially profiled. We just let that stuff slide, but not now. 2023, no. If you get super offended, walk up to that person and just say, Bruno Mars, and then run. He was born way too late for that joke. Anyway, so it was my turn. I waved his parents goodbye, brought Brian O'Brien into my house. Filipino territory now, Brian, before you come into our house, you have to take off your shoes and put them over there. That's right, take off your shoes and put them over there. What? Why do we take off our shoes? I don't know. No one ever asked me before. I don't have the answer, Brian. No, it's a good question. Why do we take off our shoes when we go into a Filipino house? I mean, everything in here is covered in plastic anyway. No, oh no, Brian, there's a brand new white carpet underneath all these plastic floor runners, Brian. And if I try to remove it, the booby trap spikes pick up, and that just goes through your feet, Brian. And even our furniture, Brian, now that I'm looking, is also covered in plastic. Now I know, because all of my relatives are oily, that's why. And even our statue of the Virgin Mary, Brian, is covered in plastic. But my mom cut a hole for her mouth so she can breathe. And our baby Jesus statue, our Santo Niño, is also covered in plastic. But we can't find it right now because at nighttime it walks around. Yeah, so I bring Brian into the kitchen, and my mom was so excited to have Brian O'Brien, her first white person in the house. This is a big deal. When you get your first white person in the Filipino house, that is technically the second house blessing. Right? Oh my God, my mom was so excited. I don't know if she wanted to be best friends with Brian more than me. I think it was showing, right? As soon as Brian walked in, oh, hello, Brian. Ay, nako, you're the friend of Rex. Nako, I love your name. I love your name. Rex told me your name. I love your name. It's like calling you from far away. Brian, oh Brian, where art thou? There are you. There are nako. Brian, have a seat. Take off your jacket. Enjoy the ambulance. Rex told me you never tried the Filipino foods before. Nako, you're in for a surprise jackpot. The first dish, this one is called lengua. Nako, lengua. What is lengua? That is beef tongue stew. Beef tongue stew. Where are you going? Come back here, Brian. Stop crying. The door to the outside is locked. From the outside, we're all trapped together. Now, have a seat, Brian. This is beef tongue stew. Once you taste this, it will taste you back. Stop crying. The next dish, this one is called kare-kare. What is kare-kare? This is beef tail stew. That's right, Brian. As Filipinos, we cut off the tongue and the tail of the cow, and we just let the rest of it walk away in silence. It's okay, Brian. They will grow back, and I will reharvest. Have a seat, Brian. I will give you the biggest tailbone from the kare-kare. I'll give you the one next to the anus. Stop crying, I'm being honest with you. This is the most honest face. My mom just ruined it right there. Like, Ma, I don't know her, Brian. I think I'm adopted from Jakarta. Oh my God, like, Brian, I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna go to the refrigerator and just see what else we have. No thing, I don't wanna, I just wanna go and play upstairs some Atari, but I'll find something for you, Brian. And I went to the fridge, and there was, in the fridge the whole time, it was a beautiful tray of steamed rice cakes with a piece of cheese on top. You know what I'm talking about, Filipinos, right? Puto. Puto. We're the only people on the planet that have a dessert called puto, right? Which in Spanish translates to male whore. Leave it to the revolutionary-minded, wily Filipino to take something derogatory and insulting in a conquistador's language and turn it into delectable yet nutritious treat. Puto, male whore cakes. Or as I call them, slut boy muffins. Oh man, Brian loved them, so that saved the day. And I had some leftover puto. I was so excited. I ran it across the street to our Mexican neighbors. I should have thought that through first. Should have thought, hey Carlos, you want some puto? Bro, why you gotta call me that, bro? I didn't say nothing, bro. Why you gotta call me? I didn't call, oh no, Carlos, there's no comma. There's no comma. What I said was, you want some puto? I did not say, you want some puto? There's no comma. You need to comma your ass down. Kamate. See, 3 jokes in one. There you go. Oh man, you guys are really fun. I know this is a strange gap here. I don't. Why? During my material, I see a rumble is.